These are the yogurts that could be sabotaging your health and the ones that could actually help you live longer. What you grab from the dairy aisle matters more for you than for any other age group. Today, I'm breaking down exactly which products belong in your cart and which ones you should walk right past. Why does this hit seniors harder than everyone else? 29.2% of adults over 65 have diabetes. Close to 18% live with osteoporosis. And your protein requirements run about 50% higher than what younger adults need. A yogurt isn't just a snack for you. What you choose affects your bones, your blood sugar, your muscles, and your gut health. And here's what makes this tricky. Some of the worst offenders in the grocery store have the word healthy or probiotic printed right on the label. Let me show you exactly what to avoid and what to buy. The single worst yogurt you can buy is La Yogurt Probiotic Pumpkin Pie, which packs 29 grams of sugar into one 6-ounce container. That number matters because the American Heart Association caps the daily added sugar limit for women at 25 grams, which means this one container blows past your entire day's allowance. And the word probiotic sits right there on the front, tricking you into thinking you're making a smart choice. La Frisian Yogurt Smoothie Banana Berry comes in second with 27 grams. And Noosa Delights Brownie Batter hits 24 grams total, with 18 of those being added sugar. These products belong in the dessert section, not the health food aisle. Fruit on the bottom varieties fool a lot of shoppers, and here's why that fruit isn't as innocent as it looks. Dannon fruit on the bottom contains between 24 and 30 grams of sugar because that fruit sits in sugar syrup rather than natural juice. We buy Yoplait Peach delivers 19 grams total with 14 added. And Greek God's Strawberry with Honey sounds wholesome until you check the label and find 23 grams of sugar, 15 of them added. 5 of the 9 ingredients in that yogurt are different forms of sweetener. What really gets me is the low-fat trap that catches so many health-conscious shoppers. Yoplait Original Strawberry carries a 99% fat-free label, but that container holds 26 grams of sugar. Yoplait Whips Key Lime Pie has 22 grams. Manufacturers figured out that removing fat makes yogurt taste bland, so they dump in sugar to compensate, and the pattern holds across the industry. For every 1 to 2 grams of fat removed, they typically add about 1 gram of sugar right back. Maybe you're thinking the solution is simple. Just grab the lighter zero-sugar versions, but here's the thing. Those products bring their own problems. Yoplait Light Strawberry contains sucralose, sulfame potassium, red number 40 artificial coloring, modified food starch, and potassium sorbate, all in one container. Dannon Light and Fit Zero Sugar and Dannon Light and Fit Carb Control both rely on sucralose and sulfame K combinations. That matters because research keeps raising red flags about these ingredients. July of 2023 brought a significant announcement when the World Health Organization, International Agency for Research on Cancer, classified aspartame as possibly carcinogenic. A study in the British Medical Journal linked artificial sweeteners to 9% higher cardiovascular disease risk and 18% higher stroke risk. And research published in Neurology connected artificial sweetener consumption to faster cognitive decline, which hits especially hard for seniors already facing elevated dementia risk. The Cleveland Clinic has pointed out that these sweeteners may disrupt gut microbiome composition and interfere with nutrient absorption. And this is where it gets ironic. Activia Zero products, marketed specifically for digestive health because of their probiotics, contain sucralose and sulfame potassium, along with modified food starch and carmine coloring. A product claiming to support your gut bacteria includes ingredients that may damage those same bacteria. When you flip that container over, here's what to scan for. Carrageenan shows up in Activia strawberry varieties, Go-Gurt products, and some Stonyfield flavored options. And this seaweed-derived thickener has been linked to intestinal inflammation in research studies. A 2024 clinical trial showed potential disruption to intestinal barrier function. And while the FDA still classifies it as generally recognized as safe, the European Union banned carrageenan in infant formula. Anyone dealing with IBD, IBS, or digestive sensitivities should watch out for this ingredient. Modified food starch appears in most Yoplait, Activia, and Go-Gurt products, and these starches convert rapidly to glucose during digestion, which can spike blood sugar. That's a direct problem for the nearly one-third of seniors managing diabetes. Artificial colors, including red number 40, blue number 1, yellow number 5, and yellow number 6, turn up in Yoplait Light. Go-Gurt and Dannon, light and fit carb control, and some European countries require warning labels for these dyes. High fructose corn syrup occasionally sneaks into flavored yogurts, and your body handles it differently than regular sugar, with associations to insulin resistance, fatty liver disease, and elevated uric acid levels. Now for what actually belongs in your refrigerator, with explanations for why each one matters for your specific health needs. If you can only remember one name from this entire video, make it Nancy's Organic Non-Fat Greek. 22 grams of protein per 6-ounce serving, over 41 billion CFU of probiotics across 11 different strains, 20% of your daily calcium, and 0 added sugar. That single container addresses protein, probiotics, calcium, and sugar all at once. Maximum protein goes to Oikos Pro Plain at 25 grams per 6-ounce, serving with 0 added sugar. And Phage Total 0% delivers 18 grams with only 5 grams of naturally occurring sugar plus 5 probiotic strains. Bam! These protein numbers matter because ESPEN, the European Society for Clinical Nutrition and Metabolism, recommends seniors consume 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily, which runs about 50% higher than the general adult recommendation. Seniors with sarcopenia, which is age-related muscle loss, need even more at 1.2 to 1.5 grams per kilogram. A 150-pound senior needs approximately 68 to 82 grams of protein daily to maintain muscle mass. Research shows that seniors need 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein per meal to maximize muscle protein synthesis. And a single serving of Nancy's or Oikos Pro covers most of that goal. Blood sugar management affects nearly 30% of seniors. And these options deliver flavor without the glucose spike. A 2 good low-fat Greek hits just 2 grams of total sugar with 0 grams added. Using stevia leaf for sweetness while providing 12 grams of protein, Chobani Zero Sugar achieves 0 grams of sugar through allulose, monk fruit, and stevia, packing 13 grams of protein. The formula includes lactase enzyme for easier digestion if you're lactose intolerant. Oikos 000 stands out for bone health specifically because it combines 0 grams added sugar, 15 to 18 grams of protein, 10% of your daily vitamin D value, and 15% of your daily calcium value. That vitamin D fortification is rare in Greek yogurts. The name refers to 0 added sugar, 0 artificial sweeteners, and 0 fat. Sigi's lower sugar varieties contain just 2 grams of sugar with 14 grams of protein. Plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt carries a glycemic index of just 11, ranking among the lowest of any food. And even sweetened yogurt maintains a relatively low glycemic index of 41. But yogurt as a category works well for blood sugar management. Your gut changes dramatically with age, and the numbers tell the story. Beneficial bifidobacteria make up 60 to 70% of gut flora in children, but that percentage crashes to just 5% by the time you're elderly. High probiotic yogurts can help rebuild what you've lost. Lifeway Kefir leads every dairy product with 25 to 30 billion. CFU across 12 probiotic strains including L. acidophilus, L. rhamnosus, L. reuteri, B. longum, B. breve, and B. lactis. The product runs 99% lactose-free and comes in drinkable form, which helps seniors who have trouble swallowing or simply don't enjoy yogurt's texture. Nancy's yogurt verifies over 41 billion CFU at the expiration date rather than just at packaging, spanning more than 11 strains including the clinically studied BB12 and LA5. That verification timing matters because probiotic counts drop over time. Activia contains Bifidobacterium, Anomalise lactis, DN173010, a signature strain studied for digestive regulation. Though some Activia products include carrageenan that may work against those probiotic benefits, Age Total carries 5 strains: L. acidophilus, L. bulgaricus, L. casei, bifidus, and S. thermophilus. Researchers at Gribro University in Sweden reviewed the evidence and found that all but one study in their systematic review showed probiotics produced measurable effects on gut microbiota composition in healthy older adults. With modest improvements in immune function and shorter duration of common colds, lactose intolerance or dairy avoidance doesn't have to mean sacrificing nutrition. But plant-based yogurt quality swings wildly from excellent to barely adequate. Kite Hill Greek-style plain, made from almond or soy, delivers the highest protein at 17 grams per serving, with live active cultures including acidophilus and bifidobacteria, approaching dairy Greek yogurt territory. Silk Greek-style provides 10 grams of protein from coconut milk and pea protein with calcium fortification. Nancy's oat milk yogurt offers 5 grams of protein, 10% daily value of calcium, and clinically studied probiotic strains BB12, La25, and LGG, and it works for people avoiding nuts and soy. But here's what catches dairy-free shoppers off guard. Kulina, Carrageenan, Kite Hill, Siggi's, plant-based, and Forager skip calcium fortification entirely. Relying on these products means getting your calcium somewhere else. Coconut-based options like Siggi's, plant-based, also pack 7 or more grams of saturated fat per serving. It's actually exceeding many full-fat dairy yogurts. Your nutritional requirements make these choices high stakes, and the numbers explain why. 1,200 milligrams of calcium daily. That's what adults 70 and older need, and hitting that target takes deliberate effort. Greek yogurt provides approximately 170 milligrams per serving, or 15% of daily value. But here's something most people do and realize. Traditional regular yogurt actually delivers 250 to 350 milligrams, reaching 20 to 25% daily value because the straining process that creates. Greek yogurt removes calcium along with the whey. Bone health as your primary concern might actually point toward regular yogurt over Greek. Vitamin D requirements jump to 800 IU daily for adults 71 and older. And most yogurts contain 0 unless specifically fortified, which is why Oiko's 000 stands out. A study in PMC found that yogurt fortified with 10 micrograms of vitamin D3 and 800 milligrams of calcium daily significantly improved bone markers in elderly women. The research on yogurt benefits for seniors goes well beyond marketing claims, and these studies tracked thousands of people over years. The TUTA study, short for Trinity, Ulster, Department of Agriculture Aging Cohort Study, published in 2017, followed over 4,300 Irish adults aged 60 and older. Women with the highest yogurt intake showed 3.1 to 3.9% higher bone mineral density at the hip and femoral neck, and each additional serving per week correlated with 39% lower osteoporosis risk in women, plus 52% lower risk in men. The bone strengthening effect appeared only with yogurt. Milk and cheese consumption showed no similar benefit. Harvard School of Public Health analyzed over 100,000 participants across 3 long-running studies spanning 1980 to 2010. A daily serving of yogurt linked to 18% lower risk of type 2 diabetes. And that finding carried enough weight that the FDA issued a qualified health claim in 2024, allowing yogurt manufacturers to state their products may reduce type 2 diabetes risk. No other food category has received this claim. Heart health data came from the Nurses' Health Study and Health Professionals Follow-Up Study, which tracked over 55,000 women and 18,000 men with hypertension for up to 30 years. Seniors consuming 2 or more servings of yogurt weekly had 17% lower cardiovascular disease risk for women and 21% lower for men. Heart attack risk dropped 30% for women and 19% for men. Muscle preservation research backs the protein story. A 2019 meta-analysis of 14 randomized controlled trials involving over 1,400 participants, aged 61 to 81, found dairy protein supplementation increased appendicular muscle mass. A 2024 meta-analysis confirmed that whey protein, abundant in Greek yogurt, significantly increased muscle mass index, and combining whey protein with physical exercise improved both muscle mass and lower limb function. Many seniors take medications that interact with dairy, and timing your yogurt consumption matters more than you might expect. Thyroid medications like levothyroxine or Synthroid lose up to 25% absorption when taken with dairy. The solution is taking your thyroid medication on an empty stomach and waiting at least 4 hours before eating yogurt or other dairy products. Tetracycline antibiotics like doxycycline and minocycline bind with calcium and lose effectiveness when mixed with dairy. Fluoroquinol antibiotics like ciprofloxacin and levofloxacin behave the same way. And the safe separation is 2 hours before and 4 hours after dairy consumption. Bisphosphonates like Fosamax, Boniva, or Actonol, prescribed for osteoporosis, absorb poorly with calcium present. Take these medications at least 30 to 60 minutes before any calcium-containing foods. Warfarin and other blood thinners interact with vitamin K, but yogurt contains minimal amounts at just 0.2 to 2 micrograms per serving, far below leafy greens. Consistent intake matters more than avoidance, so talk with your healthcare provider about maintaining steady dietary patterns. Leading researchers and dietitians have weighed in on yogurt's role in senior nutrition. Frank B., who, professor of nutrition and epidemiology at Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, put it this way: one hypothesis is that the probiotics in yogurt may help to improve insulin sensitivity and reduce inflammation. But this hypothesis needs to be tested in randomized clinical trials. Dr. Nita Faree from the MRC Epidemiology Unit at the University of Cambridge stated, "This research highlights that specific foods may have an important role in the prevention of type 2 diabetes and are relevant for public health messages." Caroline Susie, a registered dietitian and Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics spokesperson, offered this advice. There's a lot of research suggesting that yogurt can improve your gut health by increasing the good-for-you bacteria. Stephanie Hodges, a registered dietitian nutritionist and public health nutrition specialist, explained, "Consuming high-quality protein helps your body maintain muscle and prevent muscle breakdown, known as sarcopenia. It is recommended that older adults consume 3 servings of calcium-rich foods or beverages per day." Victoria Taylor, senior dietitian at the British Heart Foundation, noted, "Research suggests that the special mix of nutrients in dairy foods like yogurt and milk helps reduce the risk of heart and circulatory disease." Samantha Peterson, a registered dietitian, recommended keeping sugar in check. Look for a yogurt with 6 to 8 grams of added sugar per serving. Many flavored yogurts can sneak in more sugar than a dessert. Let me give you the summary you can screenshot and take to the store. Overall best choice: Nancy's Organic Non-Fat Greek delivers 22 grams protein, 0 added sugar, over 41 billion CFU probiotics, and 20% calcium. Maximum protein: Oikos ProPlain hits 25 grams protein with 0 added sugar. Maximum probiotics: Lifeway Kefir Plain provides 25 to 30 billion CFU across 12 strains. Bone health: Oikos 000 combines 15 to 18 grams protein, 0 added sugar, plus vitamin D and calcium fortification. Sugar avoidance: Too Good contains just 2 grams total sugar with 12 grams protein. Simple ingredients: Phage Total 0% offers 18 grams protein and 5 probiotic strains. Thick texture: Sigi's Plain Skyer provides 15 to 18 grams protein with 5 strains. Dairy-free Kite Hill Greek delivers 17 grams protein with live active cultures. The yogurt aisle presents a real fork in the road for your health. La Yogurt Probiotic Pumpkin Pie with its 29 grams of sugar Noosa-flavored varieties with 14 to 19 grams added, and Yoplet. Light with artificial sweeteners and red number 40 are working against you despite every health claim on their packaging. The right choices: Nancy's Organic Non-Fat Greek, Oikos 000, Phage Total 0%, and Lifeway Kefir deliver protein, calcium, and probiotics without dumping sugar or artificial sweeteners into your system. The research on yogurt benefits for seniors adds up to something significant: 18% lower diabetes risk, 17 to 21% lower cardiovascular disease risk, and 39 to 52% lower osteoporosis risk with regular consumption. Those benefits require choosing products with live active cultures, at least 12 to 15 grams of protein, under 6 grams of added sugar, and no artificial sweeteners or carrageenan. The simplest approach that always works: plain Greek yogurt with fresh fruit you add yourself. The benefits, none of the pitfalls. For the 1/3 of seniors managing diabetes and the nearly 1/5 living with osteoporosis, these aren't minor details. They're the difference between a yogurt that helps you and one that quietly makes things worse. Next time you're standing in that dairy aisle, flip the container over. Check the sugar count and the protein number. Look for live active cultures. Your body will notice the difference. If this helped you, subscribe so you catch our upcoming videos on nutrition for seniors. And drop a comment telling me which yogurt you're trying first. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.